Hey guys, I'm back. Well, it's been a year since my last YouTube video. Stick around to the end of the vid and I'll explain what's been going on and why there's a few changes in the air here behind the scenes. But in the meantime, let's get on to today's recipe. I'm making something sweet and slightly salty and downright addictive, and you are going to love every last bite. Check out this beautiful 4-ingredient peanut butter fudge on the One Pot Chef. First things first, to make our fudge we need a heat-proof, microwave-safe bowl, like this Pyrex dish here, and in that I have 300 grams, about 10 ounces roughly, of white chocolate. Now you can use any old white chocolate you like, but I recommend not using anything too expensive or fancy because we are just making some fudge here. I'm using the white chocolate melts that I picked up in the baking aisle of the local supermarket. It's nothing fancy, but it does the job. It melts nice and smooth, and it doesn't have any lumps or anything, so that's what we want. Now to that, I'm going to add in a can, about 400 grams roughly, of sweetened condensed milk. And I'm going to pop this into the microwave on the high setting for 2 minutes, giving it a stir halfway through. Just give that a quick stir together to make sure the chocolate and the condensed milk are completely melted together and smooth. And we're also going to add in half a cup of smooth peanut butter and stir that through. Now, a note about the peanut butter. I recommend going for a smooth peanut butter that's not too oily. As if it's really oily, I find that this tends to end up with a fudge that doesn't quite set right and it's a bit greasy. But you also don't want to go for something too dry. What I recommend is a nice, good old-fashioned smooth peanut butter that is basically spreadable without being too dry and lumpy or being too greasy and oily. Now, that is looking pretty good there. Look at that. Oh, try not to eat this just as it is. Next, I have a square cake pan, about 20 centimeters or 8 inches, which I have lightly sprayed with some spray-on oil, and I've put some non-stick baking paper into it, making sure there's a bit of an overhang on 2 sides. These are going to be our handles so we can lift our fudge out once it's set. Now, working quickly, we're just going to pour our fudge mixture into the pan. It's important to work quickly because this stuff will start setting pretty quickly once it starts to cool, and it will cool quickly. So get it into the pan and then smooth the surface over so it's nice and even all over. Give it a little shake like so, and then just get rid of any excess air bubbles. Now this is entirely optional, but if you want to add a bit of crunch, I've just roughly chopped some roasted salted peanuts, and we're just going to spread them over the surface of the fudge. And just gently tap the peanuts ever so slightly, just enough to make sure they stick to the top of the fudge. And that's pretty much it. All we need to do is pop this into the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours, or until the fudge has set and is nice and firm. It's been a couple of hours and our fudge has set, so we can now lift it out of the pan. There we go, and just peel back the paper gently. And just using a sharp knife, we're just going to cut this into 16 even pieces. And there we had this amazing peanut butter fudge. It's really just absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful and soft and chewy, but it's firm enough to hold its shape. You've got the sweetness of the fudge, you've got the slight saltiness and creaminess from that peanut butter, and of course we've got the salted roasted peanuts on top, which help to add a nice little crunch and a bit of a difference in flavour between the sweet and the salt. It's absolutely adorable. Alright, let's get into this. Let's have a taste. Oh dear. I've got peanuts going everywhere. As you can see, it's very chewy and it sticks to the roof of your mouth. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's not as sickly sweet as you would expect it to be because it's got like not only white chocolate but sweetened condensed milk. That should make this super sweet. But the peanut butter and the saltiness from the peanuts on top help to really cut through that sweetness. So it's actually really, really subtle. I actually really enjoyed this. It's really nice. I reckon you'll like it too. Now, of course, the peanuts on top are entirely optional. You don't have to put that on there if you want, or you could go for unsalted peanuts if you don't really like that sort of salted caramel thing. But either way, I think you're going to love this, so give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you do as your little twist on it, and I can't wait to see you next time. I'll be making more videos in the future, so stick around for more fun and frivolity in my kitchen. Until next time, see you later. Well, as I'm enjoying my piece of fudge, I thought I'd just let you guys know it's good to be back. I'm sorry it took me a year to get back in the kitchen, but as you can see, I've had to do some changes. As I've mentioned on my community tab on my channel and on social media, I've had some drawbacks with my health recently, mostly my mobility, and I can't do a lot of movement at the moment. I have to do a lot of things sitting down now, so thanks to my wonderful degenerative spinal issues, but I had to make a decision about whether or not I was going to keep making videos, and I really wanted to make videos, so the decision was that I would try to do it in the easiest way possible, and for me it means cutting out as much of the difficult bits of doing the videos, and that means standing up a lot. So I had to cut out the bits where I do the intros and the outros, where I'm standing in front of the camera, and I'm trying to avoid moving the tripod and the lighting rig as much as possible because it just wears me out these days. And basically I'm just sitting here doing this instead of standing here and doing this, and it makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker for me to do this when I'm just doing it standing in one position or sitting in one position rather than having to shift the camera around and the lighting and whatnot on a regular basis. So this will be how I make videos for the time being until either I'm starting to feel better or I decide to come up with some other way of filming. I think this works well because in the end, I don't really need to be in the videos. I mean, I'm here, you can hear my voice, you can see my hands, that works, and I'd like the food to be the star of the show, not me. So that's the way we're going to do it going forward. So I hope you guys understand, and I hope you'll stick around to see more fun as I do some weird stuff in the kitchen. Meanwhile, I've got sticky fudge all over my fingers. I need to go wash my hands, or at least lick them clean. Alright guys, it's so good to be back, and it's great to hear from you guys and have you watching my videos again. So thank you very much for your support. Lots of love to you all, and I will see you next time.